one, ignition.
What you know about this life? Yeah. Just relax, baby, get high. Yeah, you're on your way to the best night ever. No top on it, no top. Out with the stars.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Between Two Ferns. I am your host, Connor, and here with me this evening is Cam Ferguson.
It's good to be here.
Good to have you here. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, yeah.
So before we get into football, let's talk life events. You and Jess recently had a baby, Perry or PP, something like that.
Penny.
Penny. That. You guys sticking with that name?
Yeah, there was some back and forth, but I think we landed on that.
You were just like, this is like the lowest worth piece of money ever. Let's call her after that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What do you got? What are we doing here?
So how has Penny impacted your ability to manage your team this year?
I every now and then I let her, try to make a pick for me, make some decisions. I think.
That would kind of check out with the roster.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I don't know. It's fantasy football. It's a crapshoot in general. So you never know the way the ball's gonna bounce.
Well put. So let's talk about Saturday. You traded Joe Mixon to Nick Finley. Thanks a lot, by the way. That was great. Great timing. Yeah. So he scored 56 points. So it looks like that trade probably will fuck us both out of the playoffs. But I wanted to kind of acknowledge he scored 56. Pitts has scored 52 for the whole season. How does that feel?
Not very good.
Yeah. Neither does losing to Finley with Mixon scoring 56. So
yeah, that's unfortunate timing, like you said.
Yeah. So you've now experienced the miracle of childbirth and also winning a championship. If you could only do one more of those in your life, which would it be?
Probably childbirth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name your next baby Nickel.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, we might go straight to quarter.
That's better. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how jealous are you of Bobby's team and the Bills stack?
It's just I'm a man who seeks justice and rationality in this world, and so it's more just, does he deserve it? Sorry, you got some?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. Maybe I am a little jealous. I don't know.
I would be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So on the topic of Josh Allen and Bobby, it's no secret you do almost anything for Josh Allen. If Bobby demanded a first-round pick and parental rights to PP in exchange for Josh Allen, how strongly would you consider it?
Honestly, right, yeah. Penny, my daughter, the human.
Yeah.
I would consider it. I mean, all things are on the table, I feel like.
She's not getting you fantasy points, so.
I mean, exactly. I'd like to make another fantasy championship a reality.
I hope one day to experience that also.
Oh, so you've never won? See, because I've heard so much about how Connor always has these great players and these like super teams, but yeah, I just kind of assumed that you.
All right, next question. Yeah, this is me interviewing you.
Right, sure.
Talk about me. Guess how many free agent tight ends outscored Pitts this week?
All of them, 10, 20,
16.
6. Yeah, that's twice as many tight ends that started.
That, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, well, fuck
Listen,
Arthur Smith. That's all
Yeah.
I have to say about that.
Yeah, he is a horrible coach. All right, so you lost your ring at the draft. Do you think this has somehow cursed your season and team?
Um, it, it was a terrible way to start. I felt awful about it. Truth be told, it's something that truly symbolizes just a momentous occasion. I don't know if you have anything like that that is so significant to symbolize such a just triumph, something that you've done, and to lose that, because I wouldn't say it's because I got too drunk during our fantasy draft, but I don't think it set a very poor tone for the season. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, in a way I can relate because I also kind of lost a ring last year because it was kind of rightfully mine and your
Right.
team
You
split from it. So metaphorically speaking, I also kind of lost a ring.
you certainly, yeah, you lost.
Okay. How do you foresee the rest of your season going?
It's hard to say. With just injuries and uh, Joe Burrow's on a bye next week. It's not looking great. I'm gonna need some wild finishes. My wide receivers have been awful this season, so it's more just can I get lucky or not.
You think you're making playoffs?
I don't think so. I think I'm just shooting for. I would love to play Thomas in the first round of in the losers bracket.
Yeah, me too. I think it basically everyone wants to play Thomas like every week.
He has a very generous team.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time that I have for you. You're rather mean to me,
Oh yeah, well,
but
no,
thanks for coming on. Tell Perry hi for me. I hope she's doing well.
Penny.
Penny, yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, that's fine. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate the the real studio quality of a nice Zoom call internet meeting. That's great.
Yeah, this is the best we can do in today's day and age. But we
No,
gotta.
I'm sure it's the best you can do. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you go to hell.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right, welcome back. Another episode of Between Two Ferns. I'm your host Connor. Here today with Andrew. Andrew, how you doing?
Good.
Good. All right, so as everyone knows, four-time loser, once again struggling with a record of two. Wait, let's see here. You're 5-4. 5-4. Is that right?
Yeah, but I'm struggling.
Wow. All right, well, that was a fair bit of my material. I didn't expect you to be doing quite so well. Why did I have you on? All right,
Wait.
well,
This is supposed to be an interview, right?
yeah, I just kind of assumed that you were not doing well. But since you are, do you have any concerns that, given your success this year, based off your standards, do you have any concerns about next year and a regression?
No. I mean, I've been bad so long, so I'm used to being bad. So this year's a change for me, and I can't get any worse.
It's a good attitude. I respect it. So, Thomas got married this summer and has proceeded to have a horrible season. Does that impact your thought process about getting married next summer?
No. She's the love of my life. I could spin zone this and say, since I've been engaged I've had the best fantasy season in my life.
That's a good point. That, yeah, I did not consider that. It's a fair point. So are you aware that you don't have to start Matt Stafford every week?
Good one.
Thanks. I thought that was pretty good. All right, so you haven't made any terrible trades yet. You got something up your sleeve?
I'm gonna say no, but behind the scenes, probably.
Okay. I eagerly await the trade. So you've had to do your fair share of punishments in the past. What would you say is the worst one you've ever done?
Worst one was 2 years ago in Vegas. The sex blow up doll. The build up, and adding on to the punishment of walking. I don't know. It was like a mile and a half between Caesar's Palace and Cosmopolitan. With it, the humiliation there was probably worse than at the dinner itself.
Yeah, that's understandable. You were getting a lot of double and triple takes on that one. So how many punishments from this year's proposal would you rather do than that one?
Probably all of them. See, people have a bad rep about my punishment. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks for Cam. I know he has a kid, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
That's his own fault, though.
No, you gotta love kids.
So, what? Sorry, go ahead.
You don't want kids?
No.
Not.
I don't know. Just a burden. I was talking to Cam earlier. Penny just seems like a total bitch. So, regarding your punishment this year, I thought it was funny. Historically, Sundays during football season are very bad days for you. And funny enough, your punishment makes Sundays, not during the football season, also miserable. Is there some weird fetish thing you have about just punishing yourself Sundays throughout the year?
Well, I mean, no fetish, but guess I just don't like Sundays.
I guess not. So you're doing pretty well. How do you see the rest of the season playing out for you?
Hopefully decent. I've done some calculations. I think the top two people have been decided in the playoff bracket, and with interesting matchups coming up, it'll be interesting to see who the last two people are in that winners bracket.
Probably you and Jacob.
Well, I think of it too.
Me and Bobby. It's gonna be me and Bobby. Top two.
You do have to win out to do that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Lamar, he's got time. Well, a lot of my material isn't relevant because you have a winning record. So I guess that's it.
How would have this interview have gone if I had a losing record?
Oh, I mean, I had pages of insults, jokes, things like that. But I'll save it for Thomas since he actually does suck.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on. Good to talk to you. Good luck this year.
Thank you. I mean, I'd like to say the same to you, but I need you to lose for me to get in.
Yeah, well, I've had some pretty tough luck, so you never know. but you are the king of bad luck in fantasy, so hello and welcome to another episode of Between Two Ferns. I'm your host Connor, here today with Thomas Bay.
What up, man?
Hello. Let's get right to the point. You're 2-7 and you've lost 7 straight.
Yep, it's been that kind of year, you know.
Yeah, before we dive in, let's talk life stuff. You got married this summer. Congrats.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, how much do you blame your marriage for your team's performance this year?
I mean, yeah, I won a championship when I wasn't married. I never lost when I was single. So, make of that what you will. But I don't know. It seems to has something to do with it. And the old lady, she reminds me every day that I suck at fantasy, but that's probably her fault. So, yeah.
I mean, that checks out. It definitely makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about this most recent week because you really disappointed me, and I'm sure you were disappointed as well. So just as a reminder, you were playing Michael. His team scored very few number of points. So just to recap, you only had 3 active players on your bench, one of whom was Geno Smith. You could have started him over either of your other quarterbacks and won.
This is true.
Additionally, you had one running back in James Robinson. You could have started him either in your running back spot over James Conner or Jacoby Myers, and you also would have won. And then lastly, you picked up Harrison Butker Sunday morning. There was 7 other free agent kickers that you could have picked up who would have scored more points than him and let you win. How does that feel?
No, I'm glad you did all that research. I was unaware, so that's why you're the best in the biz. But it doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. Yeah, but it's like, what do I expect? When am I ever gonna win? Why would I ever win? You know, and disappointment. Yeah, that doesn't even begin to describe it. But fuck, God.
So it's no secret you have some of the worst running backs, probably the worst running back core in the league. You did recently trade for Breece Hall. Did you ever consider trading for a running back that doesn't currently have a torn ACL?
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it, and then I thought about it after I did it, and I still think about it every day, especially when I lose to Michael, because Kenyon Drake had to lose 7 fucking yards in the last goddamn second of that game. But no, I thought about it.
Yeah, that last toss play, that was a real kick to the gonads.
Yep.
So, which of your terrible decisions do you regret the most this year?
That's got to be a tough one.
Take your time if you need to think.
Can I narrow it down to like a top 10?
Yeah, let's go even 15 if you need.
Well, I don't have 15 draft picks, so otherwise it would just be the top 15 right there. But I do have 16 or 15 keepers, but I wouldn't put Kupp or Herbert or Kyler on there. So I'd probably say like 12 of my draft picks, and then keeping Najee, and then trading Kupp for nothing that helps me right now, and then trading for Breece, who does nothing right now, and Andrew's fucking injured, and that's bye. So if I had to narrow it down, it'd probably be amongst those 15. Or maybe 20. Probably the 50 decisions I've made this year. So, yeah. I mean,
seems like a fair assessment. So, when you inevitably lose, what punishment are you most scared of?
Probably the one where I don't even get the sweet piece of sleep on Sunday, which is all I really look forward to anymore, after fantasy especially. But yeah, Andrews, where I just don't even get to sleep. I think that's sick and twisted. I mean, that's something you can't even do that to prisoners. That's against the Constitution. It's an unconstitutional punishment. So, probably that one, I would say. That's cruel and unusual. No one gets to even watch me. I mean, I'd rather be Spider-Man and go trick-or-treating. That's fun. I'd have fun doing that. But, yeah, probably Andrews. But I've been thinking a lot about it since I'm probably going to lose, so that's probably the one.
Yeah, I mean, to end up the loser, you have a series of really horrible Sundays, and then you get that punishment, and your misery on Sundays are just extended really until the next year that you might then have miserable Sundays again. So it's a good, like, 12 months of misery on Sundays.
The pain just does not end. There's no escape. So, yeah, that sucks. What? What the? I'll be right back. 1 second. I'm just gonna mute myself. Claire. Oh my god. Claire, I know. I suck at fantasy. I know. Why do you think I'm doing this fucking video? I'm already an embarrassment. They all laugh at me. I don't need you laughing at me now too. They question my manhood. They call me a nutless monkey. I need you to back me on this. I know it's been 7 fucking weeks. I'm gonna win the 8th one. I've told you. I'm not. If I gotta be Spider-Man for Halloween, even when it's not fucking Halloween, I'll do it. I don't care. God. Daddy's gonna win again. Daddy's gonna be on top again. You gotta believe in me. I will make something out of my life, and it will be winning fantasy championship again. But I need you with me. Okay. Okay, I'll do the fucking dishes later. The laundry too. God damn it! Okay. Alright. I'm muting myself there, but we're back. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. We can just cut that out, probably. So I got a question for you. Can you guess the lowest scoring average in league history on a point per game basis?
It's probably maybe like 120, or maybe around there.
You're close. It's 113, which is what you're at right now.
That's okay. That's good to know. Was that a question? Or oh no, I answered your question.
Well,
you had the answer, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to let you know.
Right.
So we can end this on a more positive note. Last year Jacob was in the toilet bowl, and now he's second in the league. Does his rise year over year, does that give you hope for next year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't see why I can't climb out of this pit at some point. If Jacob could, why not me, right? But we've been taking a hard look at ourselves, and we've been making big moves to be seen if they work out. But hey, fuck it, we'll see what happens. You know, that's fantasy, right? There's nothing makes sense, right? So why not?
I admire the enthusiasm. All right, well, that's all I got for you.
Oh, great! It was fun.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that was a blast. Yeah, I hope the last part of the season goes better for you than the first, but I don't think it will.
Hey, we'll see what happens. Maybe see you in the losers bracket, huh? And then I'll be doing the interview and laughing, right? Motherfucker.